We're out at the beautiful Banner shooting range. Low 20s to start the day today as far as the temperature goes. What better weather than to test out between two popular 380s, the Ruger LCP Max, Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2 carry comp. Which one is easier to shoot with normal winter gloves on, or can you even shoot them with normal winter gloves on? Let's find out. We'll start with the Ruger LCP. Okay, it looks like I can, at least with the firearm empty and unloaded, fire the firearm. Let's see if we can fire it and hit the target with gloves on, 10 shots. Winchester target and practice 95 grain full metal jacket, bottom left, 8-inch target. That's about 7 yards out there. So here we go. Okay, well, firing success. Maybe 6 of 10 on the target. Not spectacular, but at least doable. Now, can the same be said of the Bodyguard 2? Let's find out. Same thing. Starting with the firearm empty and unloaded. Looks like it's a potentially doable. I think there's 10 of the same ammo in this magazine. Bottom right-hand target. Here we go. A little more challenging, but doable. Maybe even have one more hit on the target. Certainly better proximity to the bullseye. The colder days at the range are great opportunities to confirm your firearm will function reliably in less than perfect weather, along with giving you the opportunity to know if you can effectively use your firearm in said weather. Both firearms performed flawlessly in the 16-degree Fahrenheit temps of today's range footage, as expected. We could wander down the land of what ifs on if you wear winter gloves or don't wear winter gloves. Take them off before drawing or draw with them on. Who even goes outside when it's this cold out? Yada, yada, yada. But let's stick to the narrow confines of, for whatever reason, we had to use our self-defense Parka Pocket 380 while wearing winter gloves. Yes, I know you might have other options and wouldn't have a Pocket 380 in your Parka, yada, yada, yada. But for the sake of today's video, you have a Pocket 380 in your Parka and you have winter gloves. If you were forced to use your Parka Pocket piece in self-defense while wearing winter gloves, could you? As we saw in the abridged footage, for me, technically, it was a success, but not an equal one for both firearms. The LCP Max has a little larger trigger guard, making it easier to get a winter glove trigger, easier to pull the trigger, and enough room to allow for a reset that isn't awkward feeling. The Bodyguard 2, I was technically able to pull the trigger, but I had to force it, shall we say. With both firearms, when wearing gloves like this, it's going to be more of a challenge. But with the Bodyguard 2, It was a challenge from the start getting enough of the trigger to disengage the trigger safety. And then when resetting the trigger, I had to extend my index finger well beyond the travel stop point of the trigger to allow for enough space for the trigger to reset due to how much area in the trigger guard the winter glove takes up. On a slow measured cold day at the range, I could technically fire the Bodyguard 2, but there was certainly more room for error. Or maybe less room that equals more room for error with how the glove gobbles up space in the trigger guard, but you get the idea. Under pressure, within the narrow confines of today's made-for-YouTube scenario, the win goes to the LCP Max. It was easier used today, with the glove getting less in the way compared to the Bodyguard 2. Technically, the Bodyguard 2 carry comp might have put the prettier holes in paper, but that's a byproduct of a perfect range, slow measured shooting luxury. So how do you feel about your Parka Pocket 380? If you had to use it in self-defense, do you practice with gloves on or add a glove removal to your winter draw practice routine? Let us know in the comments. And what is your Parka Pocket 380? Let us know. Well, anyway, that seems like the perfect spot to end today's video. If you enjoyed today's presentation, like it, share it with your friends and family. Those things are free and they really help the channel greatly. If you'd like to help us make more of these videos in the future, look into becoming a member. Fred and I really appreciate you getting this far. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a nice night. When you try to pet a cork without biscuit in it. What? What if I just want to pet a cork? What if I just want to pet a cork? Okay, I'll get you Treatos. Shoot at the LCP's target.